Introducing the 3-part options course with Hans Albrecht. Get access for free by scanning this QR code or clicking on the link in the description.
Airbnb is after the close. Ooh, it's got a squeeze coming. So I don't know what the expected move is for Airbnb. I have no edge with earnings, but I know that it's going to move because it's in a squeeze and it's going to have an outsized move would be my baseline bet. And it looks more bullish than bearish if you've got this January 2027 leap at the money that just came in. Airbnb January 27th leap for 140. Very expensive, by the way. Are they selling it? Maybe, but that's worth, just taking a look at. If they sold it, if they bought it, looks more like a buy. It's definitely going to have a big move because it's in a squeeze. Which direction? And it is right at that key level of the IPO. Remember that red? I said anything above 135 is bullish, below is bearish. Ay, ay, ay. Descending 200. This is the kind of play that could pop up pretty strongly and then get sold off also very strongly. I wish I had a high conviction. I can only say that it looks bullish. Look at the oscillator. It's got some very large leaps that just hit. It has cradle formation, which is bullish. Couldn't get above the 200. It is above 135, but for earnings, that could change. Needs to get above 141. It looks like one that's going to head back up to this 148, maybe overshoot to 155, but it would be really, 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 really hard to hold that. But it's an interesting play. It's a guess, but it is definitely going to have a squeeze. We get some beautiful plays that also happened after hours, and I talked about this yesterday going of the ones that are coming up after hours. Airbnb has the tightest weekly squeeze and looks bullish with bullish flow. I called out in particular the January 2027 leaps that's positioning. They were at the 140. They were large. At the same time, it was having a Bollinger Band squeeze on the weekly, which is very powerful. So yes, it's up, $24 this morning, and that's awesome. Airbnb was absolutely the one that crushed it from 140 to 164. That's called crushing it. So Airbnb. Okay, so this is what I saw yesterday, which was, you see this Bollinger Band? I talked about this yesterday going, this thing is going to blow. It's not going to be a little reaction. Remember that? It needs a trigger. Earnings will be the trigger. Think of this like, I'm serious, it's like a puppy that you squeeze or a pimple. I don't care what you use for a metaphor. This is it. So this is exactly what my mind's eye saw. Now, where are we? We had yesterday very large leaps come in. They were 2 years out and large size. Awesome. They were 140 at the call right here. Look at the last, and they were 140 calls, and they're already safely up a good 35%. They were right here. They made the market. Do you remember that yesterday? There was nothing here. They made the market. So they made some money safely, and it's still in play. I love positioning. I don't like these chasers. I know folks love Friday lottos and all that jazz, but I like to see big money come in with later dated positions that are bullish. That helps me, give some confidence to that play. Anyway, this is gorgeous. Here we are in a weekly, right up to 155 and change. We blew through the prior high, which was back here at the election high. And what else is there to say? It's really bullish. I didn't even need to okay, so here's on a monthly. Ugh, that's ugly. What was the level on the monthly? Has to get above and stay above 135. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, so this is a monthly. I'm doing this on purpose. If you are positioning for this, you really, really forget the 135 because that's already been dealt with. I want to go on a monthly right now. You really need to stay above 148. This is critical. So that means you need to give it a little bit of room here, which means it can absolutely digest back to 148, but you do not want it to get below 148 on a monthly. And ideally, you want it to stay above this 155 and change, which is also a monthly. And the report was good. And this squeeze usually means more, but I want to warn you about something, okay? As bullish that bet, I want to warn you about two things. Number one, this is gorgeous if we were to close here this month. We close above this stuff, it's gorgeous. Doesn't mean we still can't have some digestion that month on our way to 170. Above 170, we have a very different, beautiful market here in Airbnb. But here's the caveat. These beautiful squeezes that I highlighted yesterday, poised for a huge move, they can also be fake breakout, fast failure moves. So that's why in other words, it can literally do a 180. Not today. Not today. This doesn't look like a shake and bake with a 180 today, but I'm saying like next month, you could also be a shake and bake and come right back down and then push lower. So that's why I say you have to protect here. Now I'm gonna put on the bigger picture. I really like squeezes. Like that's great. It's a continuation play. It's going to hold that 148.64 on a monthly. If it is a rejection, you're going to get a complete fake breakout, fast failure kind of play next month. So for right now, this is your support. This is the trigger we got above. And this is your price target. For Airbnb, that is definitely winner, chicken dinner. Look at this. Knew this was going to explode. Now it has not a look of doing anything like a reversal, like a fake breakout, fast failure. We would not have any signs of that until next week. None, zero. So this is likely going to kind of come up here, 165, 159. I don't even know when this got put up here, but oh my God, 2002, that's way long ago. Anyway, this is going to be your intraday channel for today. And that was just a big move that we'll digest likely back down to 155. Big picture, wow.
Join Club today to engage with Samantha and her team of 10 experts. Scan this QR code or click the link in the description. Subscribe to LaDuc Trading YouTube channel for more live trading room recap videos and other content.